Well, hello, folks. I've got another book I want to recommend, and then I'll show you some pretty pictures of town moving about and a little inspirational comment. So, I was watching the Great Simplification podcast with Nate Hagans, and he was talking to Thomas Borkman, who's an investment banker from Norway, very interesting guy, or from Scandinavia. I forget, Norway, Sweden. Anyway, he's a very interesting guy, and this is a really good book, and I want to recommend it. It's called The World We Create from God to Market. Yeah, so he talks about human beings being a cognitive, self-aware evolution engine. We actually can make things happen consciously, unlike other evolved creatures on our planet. And he looks at things from a very deep and broad perspective with a complete evolutionary timeline going way, way back to the beginning. And he mentions philosophers like Schiller and Goethe and Hegel and so on. And he's written another book called The Nordic Secret, which is also good. I read that one. And from this kind of attitude or perspective on life, we can learn to develop our emotional and cognitive complexity while becoming conscious agents and co-creators of a healthier society. So I'm kind of rephrasing that from the podcast a bit. But we have a lifelong capacity to develop our emotional and cognitive capabilities. And I think it's really, really good to have that in your head, to realize that, you have the capability, the capacity to develop your capabilities, that you can be better in control of your emotions, and you can develop your mind and your thinking, and you can grow as a human being. So we have all this self-help and growth stuff, and we have religions and all kinds of things that can help us. But we're at a time where we really got to get busy figuring out what needs to be done, and people are going to disagree, obviously. But pay attention to what you're thinking. Try not to be hypocritical, at least. I noticed that people who are anti-woke have their own kind of wokeness, and people who don't like political correctness are politically correct in their own circles, like that. So it's interesting. It's okay for us to be dogmatic and narrow-minded and so on. But the other side, if they don't agree with us, they're idiots. So that's why the Orwellian paradox. The other side is always more Orwellian than your side is. But we can get beyond that, and we should try. All right, I'll shift over.